Chapter 2: Foods and Chemicals that Damage Your Immune System. It is useful to have a purpose in deciding to eat junk foods or healthy snack foods. You can spot junk food by looking at the food label, as well as reading the ingredients and the nutritional value of the food. Salty snack, candy, gum, most sweet desserts, fried fast food, pop, and soda are some of the main junk foods.
On average, they offer little or no nutritive value to your daily eating. In other words, you are filling up on high yet empty calorie foods that end up robbing you of vital nutrients. How often have you heard people claim that they were eating their vegetables when chomping on potato chips or French fries? Unfortunately, deep frying any vegetable in hydrogenated fat, oil, destroys its nutritional value. Instead of trying to make the case in favor of taking away all foods, it is imperative to check everything we consume based on the list of ingredients. Choose the simplest foods. Check that sugar, fat, or salt, sodium are not listed as the first three ingredients, which usually indicates that the product is high in fat, salt, and sugar. Keep in mind that those are the wrong foods to put in our body temple. Be on the lookout for words such as high fructose and corn syrup, since they are good indicators of which foods are junk. Along with the fat, sodium, cholesterol, fiber, and sugar content, the number of calories per serving should also be listed on the product. This nutritional information is a useful tool which will assist you in making well-informed choices to minimize nutritional hazards. Calorie content of 300 or less per serving is considered acceptable. Be also watchful of serving sizes. If 4 ounces of yogurt is a serving size and you eat an 8-ounce container, you have just doubled your calorie intake. It is a common mistake because a serving size is not just a portion size you serve yourself. The same is also true for the amount of fat you consume. For every 5 grams of fat in a serving of a food, you are eating the equivalent of 1 teaspoon of fat. If then one serving of a food has 23 grams of fat in it, in reality, it has the equal of 4 1/2 teaspoons of fat. Therefore, you should limit your daily consumption of fat to 30% of our total calories. However, in your quest to reduce fat, be ever careful not to lower your intake to below 25%, since fat does play a major role in carrying fat-soluble vitamins and keeping you satisfied between meals. Junk foods, milkshakes, nachos, cold cuts, submarine sandwiches, pretzels, potato chips, pizza can be high in salt and fat, especially when you add meat toppings. Cheetos, Doritos, candy, soft drinks, ice cream, donuts. I want you to know how bad junk food is for your immune system. Experts have known for some time that when a person is malnourished, the immune system is weakened. When you rebuild your body through healthy eating habits, your immune system improves, which shouldn't come as a surprise. You have just learned that with continued improvement of your nutrition, the immune system also goes on improving to keep your mind, body, and spirit healthy, whole, and complete. One thing that a lot of junk food has in common is excess fat. Fats, especially polyunsaturated fats, tend to suppress the immune system. Cut down on your total fat intake to no more than 25% of daily calories. The children and adults of today are victims of bad diets and dead immune systems. Most people who are working, and children who have parents working, have made eating on the run a part of their lifestyle. Diets that are high in fat, with sodas, chips, candy, and pizza, is a chosen diet for kids, and they are just children and will choose the worst of the worst when left to make the choice for themselves. People and parents, I am not condemning you, just stating the truth. I hear excuses all the time. I am too tired to cook, or I had to work late, or cooking is not really what I like to do. And kids are left to eat by themselves, or pick up a burger, or pick up the telephone and order a pizza. I understand where children get their bad habits from. Is it any wonder that the average child has 6 colds a year? First, keep this in mind. Is this going to build my immune system as well as my child's immune system? Making this choice as easy as possible, but with so much going on in modern life, it's not easy. McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, etc. is only interested in your dollars, not your child's or your health. People eat more junk foods during the summer months. These eating habits destroy your immune system and could set your body temple up for winter sickness. Junk food is slang for food with little or no value nutritional content, but everyone has a list of foods that may be considered junk food. Some of these include foods that are high in calories from fat, sugar, and salt, as well as everything low in nutrients. Refined white flour. Bread made out of refined white flour has very little nutritional value. A good metaphor for it would be to compare it to an apple which has been peeled until the core alone is left. One can then understand that all vital nutrients are gone from the apple. That is the way white flour has been processed. When buying bread or flour for baking, look for the words 100% whole wheat or unbleached. Anything else has little to no value at all. Some wheat bread labels can also be misleading as they list enriched flour as their main ingredient. This only means that the bread has been processed and refined with food color and molasses. Polished, refined rice. As it is the case with refined flour, any nutritional value in rice was lost when it was refined, and as a result, it cannot maintain life. Purchasing or eating polished rice is like going to the store to buy banana and coming home with banana peel. When buying rice, look for the words 100% whole grain rice. If your marketplace or grocery store does not carry it, ask them if it would be possible to order it for you. Even brown rice is not always what it seems, since very often it is white polished rice colored with molasses or food color. What you want is 100% whole grain brown rice. Sodium content per serving should be 2,300 milligrams or less per day. Some foods like ham, luncheon meat, and other cured or smoked meats do have very high sodium salt content per serving. Limit your daily consumption of these kinds of foods or remove them altogether from your diet. Cholesterol content should be 300 milligrams or less per day. It is simple to keep the number 300 in mind because it is the same as the number of calories per serving. 6 easy ways you may lower your cholesterol. 1. Exercise at least 20 minutes 3 to 4 times a week. Walk 15 minutes at least 3 times a week, more if you can. This will help speed up your metabolism and burn calories faster. 2. Cook at home more frequently than eating out. 3. Fish and poultry. Eat a healthy salad daily, lot of green vegetables. 4. You may take vitamins, flaxseed oil, and garlic pills. Drink at least 6 to 8 ounces of water per day to cleanse and hydrate the body temple. 6. Stay away from saturated and trans fats. Fiber content will be listed in grams of dietary fiber. This amount will vary from food to food. However, it is not necessary to shop for only the highest number containing food. Any amount of dietary fiber above 5 grams per serving is good. Foods with 5 grams of fiber or more are considered high fiber foods. Sugar content is typically listed on cold cereal packages. The rule of thumb is 4 grams of sugar equals 1 teaspoon of sugar. Limit sugar amounts in cereals to 4 grams, but if the cereal has fruit in it, it is okay then to have the sugar content to 8 grams per serving. Fruits contain about 60% fructose and 40% sucrose. If you were to eliminate all sugar, you would be eliminating fruits, which are an important source of nutrients and soluble fiber. Reducing your intake of salt, sugar, fat, and refined foods, as well as choosing foods that offer nutritive calories, goes a long way towards creating a healthier you. Preserved meats. Preserved meats are bacon, ham, sausage, frankfurters or hot dogs, bologna, and corned beef, to name a few. Chemicals used to preserve meat destroy the food value and can become stuck in the cells of the body temple. These meats also carry nitrates that are changed into nitrites once in the body temple. Nitrites oxidize hemoglobin, causing it to lose its capacity to carry oxygen to body tissues. This reduced ability to move oxygen not only impacts the immune system, but also worsens existing medical issues like heart disease, arthritis, listlessness, dizziness, and headaches. Foods that are considered to be high in sugar or fat and salt can be considered as junk foods. Simple, healthy snack ideas. Raw vegetables such as celery, carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, green pepper, green beans, cucumbers, mushrooms, or zucchini may be served with a low-fat dip. Fresh fruit in season, cut in slices or halves such as apples, oranges, bananas, peaches, grapefruit, grapes, melons, pears, plums, or strawberries. Low-fat quick breads and muffins such as pumpkin, zucchini, banana, or bran. Non-sugared cereals, snack mixes made with popcorn, whole grain cereal, homemade trail mix, and homemade granola. Low-fat yogurt with fresh, frozen, or canned fruit. Fruit is not available in water. Rinse off the heavy syrup. smoothies with low-fat milk or yogurt and fruit, unsweetened fruit juices, good sugars and bad sugars. The average American eats a shocking 2 to 3 pounds of sugar each week, but considering that highly refined sugars in the form of sucrose, table sugar, dextrose, corn sugar, and high fructose corn syrup are being processed into so many foods, it is actually not that surprising at all. These foods include bread, breakfast cereal, mayonnaise, peanut butter, ketchup, and spaghetti sauce. Over the last 20 years, we have increased the amount of sugar we eat in the U.S. from 26 pounds to 135 pounds of sugar per person per year. Over the last 100 years, the average amount of sugar used was only 5 pounds per person per year. Heart disease and cancer were actually unknown in the early 1900s. One of sugar's major negative effects is that it raises the insulin level, stopping the release of growth hormones, which in turn slows down the immune system. This is not something you want to take place if we want to avoid diseases. The entry of sugar into the bloodstream upsets the body's blood sugar balance, prompting the release of insulin, which the body uses to keep blood sugar at a regular and safe level. Insulin also promotes the storage of fat, so that when you eat sweets high in sugar, you're making way for rapid weight gain and raises natural fat in your tissue, both of which have been connected to cardiovascular disease. Given that refined dietary sugars lack minerals and vitamins, they must draw upon the body's micronutrient stores in order to be metabolized into the system. When the storehouses then become depleted, damage of cholesterol and extra fats slow down, contributing to higher blood natural fat in tissue, cholesterol, elevating weight problems, all due to higher extra fats storage around organs and in skin tissue folds. Bearing in mind that sugar is depleted of minerals, vitamins, fiber, and has a weakening effect on the endocrine system, major researchers and major health organizations, American Dietetic Association and American Diabetic Association, agree that sugar intake in America is one of the 3 major causes of degenerative sickness and disease. Here's a list of ways sugar can affect your health. 1. Could weaken your immune system. 2. Could cause asthma. 3. Could create mood swings. 4. Could bring about personality changes. 5. Could cause nervous system disorders. 6. Could cause heart disease. 7. Could cause growth of gallstones. 8. Could bring about hypertension. 9. Could cause arthritis. 10. Could disturb the body temple's mineral balance. 11. Could add to hyperactivity in children. 12. Could cause concentration difficulties. 13. Could produce drowsiness. 14. Could decrease cholesterol. 15. Could promote an increase of harmful cholesterol. 16. Could cause kidney problems. 17. Could enhance the risk of heart disease. 18. Could lead to chromium deficiency. 19. Could stop absorption of calcium and magnesium. 20. Could encourage tooth decay. 21. Could create an acidic stomach. 22. Could advance to periodontal disease. 23. Could increase the aging process, prompting wrinkles and gray hair. 24. Could add to weight gain and obesity. 25. Could be part of the cause to diabetes. 26. Could play a role to osteoporosis. 27. Could set off food allergies. 28. Could produce toxemia during pregnancy. 29. Could create to eczema in children. 30. Could strain the pancreas and liver, causing damage. 31. Could encourage depression. 32. Could add to the body's fluid retention. 33. Could increase hormonal imbalance. 34. Could add to headaches, including migraines. 35. Could overload the colon. 36. Could cause breast cancer. 37. Could cause prostate cancer. 38. Could cause cancer of the ovaries. 39. Could cause pancreas cancer. 40. Could cause lung cancer. 41. Could cause gallbladder cancer. 42. Could cause stomach cancer. 43. Could cause problems with your eyesight. 44. Could cause ulcers. 45. Could cause Crohn's disease. 46. Could cause alcoholism. 47. Could cause yeast infections. 48. Could cause gallstones. 49. Could cause hemorrhoids. 50. Could cause varicose veins. 51. Could cause allergies. 52. Could cause Parkinson's disease. 53. Could cause water retention. 54. Could cause constipation. 55. Could cause gout. 56. Could cause Alzheimer's disease. 57. Could cause PMS. 58. Could cause dizziness. 59. Could develop 3 to 5 times more fat in the bloodstream. 60. Could cause epileptic seizures. Sugar and cancer. In the United States, it is estimated that there are over 4 million people that have cancer. When I talk to people that have cancer, they always say, "My doctor said that I can eat whatever I want," or they're being told to just eat good foods. Many cancer patients would have a major recovery from their condition if they controlled the supply of cancer's preferred fuel, which is sugar. By slowing the cancer's growth, patients make it possible for their immune system to catch up to the disease. Calculating one's sugar levels through diet, exercise, supplements, prayer meditation, and prescription drugs, when necessary, can be some of the most important key factors to a cancer treatment program. Good sugars that are recommended. Type, source, recommendations, comments, common uses. Type, dried. Source, dried fruits. Recommendations, organic, non-sculpted, highly recommended. Comments, used finely chopped or soak in juice and puree in a food processor. Common uses, cakes, scones, cookies. Fruit juice, good sugars that are recommended. Type, dried fruit puree. Source, dried fruits like apricots, dates, prunes, figs, and cranberries. Recommendations, organic, non-sculpted, highly recommended. Comments, used finely chopped or soak in juice and puree in a food processor. Common uses, cakes, scones, cookies. Type, fruit juice. Source, fresh fruits such as apples, grapes, pears, peaches, apricots. Recommendations, organic fresh juices with no added sugar, great sugar substitute. Comments, avoid concentrated juices as they don't have the same nutritional value as fresh fruit. Common uses, anything that calls for sugar. Type, organic refined sugar. Source, sugarcane. Recommendations, organic, highly recommended. Comments, a better version of white table sugar. Common uses, used exactly as white sugar, no change in flavor. Maple syrup, such as sap of a maple tree. Organic, highly recommended. Very sweet and distinct, strong flavor. Anything that calls for sugar. Stevia, liquid or powder. Dried stevia leaves. Organic powder or liquid, expensive. Sweeter than sugar, highly concentrated. Do not use for baking. Excellent replacement for artificial sweeteners. Suitable for diabetes and for weight loss dieters. Honey, bees extracted from flower nectars. Organic, raw, and unfiltered from a single type of flower. Not recommended for vegans. Sweeter, lower in calories, and more nutritious than sugar. Good for healing and disinfecting wounds when applied topically. Sore throat relief. Blackstrap molasses, byproduct of sugar refining process, organically produced, is best to avoid chemicals and additives. Sweeter than sugar, less is required for cooking. Nutritional, provides with iron, calcium, copper, magnesium, phosphorus, potassium, and zinc. Barley malt extract, made from sprouted barley. Organic, 100%. Half as sweet as honey, strong flavor, resembles molasses in consistency. Mainly used in breads. Good salt, bad salt. Is salt right? Many people purchase iodized salt from the grocery store and don't think a thing about it. They don't understand what good salt is. Salt comes from the sea. It may have been laid down many years ago in salt deposits, or it may have been dehydrated from pure seawater. This can help give you good health, while refined salt can create some health problems. Yes, good salt comes from the sea. It may have been laid down centuries ago in salt deposits, or it may have been dehydrated from pure seawater. Grocery store salt that has been labeled as iodized is different from salt from these natural sources. It has been heated up to 1200 degrees Fahrenheit and refined to remove most of the natural elements. Grocery store salt primarily consists of the chemical sodium chloride, while natural salt contains up to 84 extra natural minerals. Your body craves salt. In fact, your blood actually contains 0.9% salt, which keeps the delicate balance of sodium all through your body temple. Almost every system in your body temple needs salt to make it work properly. Salt is especially important for your nervous system, but every body system requires it. The National Academy of Sciences advises that we should consume at least 500 milligrams of sodium a day to maintain good health. How much a person actually needs varies quite a bit, depending on their genetics and daily routine, as well as any existing conditions, such as hypertension. The healing effect of salt. Fortunately, we are witnessing a trend back to natural, holistic methods for living and caring for our body temple, including a shift to develop natural salts in this method. People everywhere are evaluating the healing effects of natural crystal salt. You can find it in skincare lotions and for use as bath salts, and it is even used in inhalation or cleaning agents for diseases of the respiratory system and for a variety of other signs. How salt damages your body temple. This information comes from the American Heart Association Statistics Committee and Stroke. As the body cannot dispose of uric acid, it binds itself with the sodium chloride to form new crystals that are deposited directly in the bones and joints. This is the cause of different kinds of rheumatism, such as arthritis, gout, and kidney and gallbladder stones. Can overwork and damages kidneys trying to drive out excess salt. Can cause the risk for kidney stones. Can cause for stomach cancer. Can cause lower metabolism. Can cause the risk for osteoporosis. Can cause damages the heart and contributes to cardiovascular disease. Can cause hardened arteries. Salt is sometimes cannot be identified as other ingredients. Foods that contain sodium nitrate or nitrite, disodium phosphate, monosodium glutamate, MSG, and sodium alginate foods contain more sodium than you may know. How good salt helps your body temple. If you've never tried good salt or natural salt, and sometimes called sea salt, you're going to be amazed at how good it tastes and how affordable it is. You may also be surprised at how quickly your health could improve from using good, natural, organic sea salt. Celtic sea salts are a prime condiment that stimulate salivation and help to balance and restore all of the body temple electrolytes. Sea salts provide renewed energy, give you a high resistance to infections, viruses, and diseases, could supply all 82 vital trace minerals to promote the best possible natural function and our body temple maintenance, balance alkaline acid levels, restore good digestion, may aid in relieving allergies and skin diseases. The natural iodine in these salts protects against harmful energy and many other pollutants, and overall greatly reduces toxins and to help prevent ill health. Properly stored, salt keeps almost forever. Salt. Well, it is a good idea to take salt, but please, absolutely do not take table salt. Only use natural sea salt. Sea salt is really valuable to your health. It has about 80 minerals that are very important to your body temple. Keep in mind, blood, sweat, urine, tears, mucus all contain salt. Focus on healthy fats. Why focus on healthful fats? Healthy fats give us energy and also contribute to insulation of the body temple. Some of the healthy fats are monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats. Monounsaturated fat is a healthy fat that may help reduce the risk of heart disease. Polyunsaturated fats are omega-3, which are plant-based and found in olive oil, canola oil, nuts, and avocado. They could lower cholesterol and natural fat levels found in tissues. The chart below shows some healthy fats. Easy way to benefit from eating healthy fats. Try to limit your total fat intake to 30% of your daily calories, with 5 to 10% from saturated fats. For the remaining 20 to 25%, check for the amount of unsaturated fats such as canola oil, olive oil, nuts, avocados, and seeds. Then add to your intake of omega-3 fatty acids from fatty fish like salmon, halibut, and sardines, which be of assistance, fight inflammation, and release your immune system to protect against antigens. Chart of healthy fats. 30% daily intake of fat. Best fats. Monounsaturated fat foods. Avocado, oil, canola, olive, peanut, sesame, soybean, nuts, almonds, cashews, filberts, hazelnuts, macadamia nuts, peanuts, pecans, pistachios, sesame seeds, Brazil nuts, peanut butter, old-fashioned, almond or soy butter. Good fats, polyunsaturated fat foods, mayonnaise, regular or reduced fats, nuts, walnuts, salad dressing, regular and reduced fats, sardines, omega-3 fatty acids, fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, tuna, herring, cod. All fish and shellfish contain these fats. Nuts and flaxseed, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, dark green leafy vegetables. Unhealthy fats. Saturated fat is called high bad fat that comes from animal fats. Saturated fats are bad because of their effects on the heart. The arteries could become very hard, setting up the risk of heart attack and stroke. Red meat, pork, dairy products, butter, and cheese are examples of foods that are high in saturated fat. The body temple is not intended to deal with these types of fats. High bad fat diets may raise blood pressure and cholesterol levels, interfere with blood sugar levels, and set off a sluggish liver, which can lead to weight gain. Your body temples will not successfully break down bad fats. As a result, bad fats are converted into toxins and deposited in the body, making you overweight. Hydrogenated fats are the results of a process that hardens liquid vegetable oils and are considered the worst fat. Examples of hydrogenated fats are shortening and margarine. Unless labeled otherwise, foods such as potato chips, chocolate, ice cream, pastries, and baked goods all contain hydrogenated fats. The hydrogenated fats could change into the ever more unsafe trans fatty acids, which have been shown to bring about diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. You can also begin to gain weight as they interfere with the metabolism and breaks down the essential fatty acids. Trans fatty acids also raise the bad cholesterol in the body temple and reduce good cholesterol levels. Let's also look at the chart below, which shows unhealthy fats. 5 to 10% from saturated fats. Unhealthy fats, margarine, pastries and donuts, shortening, fried foods, chips, chocolate candy, commercially prepared cookies and crackers. Saturated fats, lard, cheese, dairy products, red meat, poultry, skins from chicken, shortening, hydrogenated peanut butter. Caffeine and the immune system. Caffeine can increase the flow of stress, which can produce increased levels of nervousness, bad temper, and decreased immunity. Increased levels of stress from caffeine could keep you from being able to make healthy decisions under the normal daily stress you can be subjected to in your life. Millions of women suffer from monthly or chronic pain associated with benign breast lumps. The cause of this condition, known as fibrocystic or cystic breast disease, is not known, but research has identified the amount of caffeine that you may drink as a contributing factor. Study done by Dr. John Minton, professor of surgery at Ohio State University and specialist in cancer oncology, has found that excessive intake of methylxanthines, active chemicals in caffeine, can cause benign breast disease and prostate problems. These studies show that the women who avoided caffeine completely reported disappearance of the lumps in their breasts. It has also been shown that diabetes and drop of blood levels, hypoglycemic, should be avoided because caffeine increases a temporary surge in blood sugar, which is then followed by an overproduction of insulin that causes blood sugar levels to drop within hours. Small doses of caffeine, even as little as that in 1 cup of coffee, can cause temporary stiffening of the blood vessel walls, according to 2 small studies released here, issues of 2003 Journal Week at the American Society of Hypertension's annual meeting. Chocolate and caffeine mainly rob the body's minerals and vitamins and lead to dehydration. So, in order to boost your immune system, try to stay away from coffee and chocolate. If you take 1 cup of coffee, then add 2 more additional glasses of water to your regular intake of water. Research from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Harvard Medical School, and the University of California at Berkeley show that moderate caffeine consumption does not reduce a woman's chance of becoming pregnant. What products contain caffeine and how much? Coffee, 8-ounce cup. Brewed drip method, typical 85 milligrams, range 65 to 120 milligrams. Instant 75, 60 to 85. Decaffeinated 3, 2 to 4. Espresso 1-ounce cup, 40, 30 to 50. Teas 8-ounce cup. Brewed major U.S. brands 40, 20 to 90. Brewed imported brands 60, 25 to 110. Instant 28, 24, 31. Iced 8-ounce glass 25, 9 to 50. Some soft drinks 8 ounces 24, 20 to 40. Cocoa beverage 8 ounces 6, 3 to 32. Chocolate milk beverage 5, 2 to 7. Milk chocolate 1 ounce 6, 1 to 15. Dark chocolate, semi-sweet, 1 ounce, 20. 5, 35. Baker's chocolate, 1 ounce, 26, 26. Chocolate flavored syrup, 1 ounce, 4, 4. A coffee drinker wants, expects, and has grown to require an energy lift. But let's look at this more closely. Does caffeine deliver an energy lift? To answer that, we have to define what energy is and what it isn't. We know that food delivers energy. Food supplies calories in the form of carbohydrates, protein, and fat, which, when metabolized, give the body glucose, vitamins, and minerals that feed the brain and the muscles. Without real metabolic energy, our bodies can't perform. But what do caffeine and coffee supply? They do not contain any nutrients, so they aren't feeding our brain and muscles. In fact, they don't give us energy at all. They give us stress. Caffeine is a drug that stimulates the adrenal glands to produce the classic fight or flight syndrome. This was great for facing a vicious lion and other life-threatening dangers, but what do we do when our bodies are kept in this emergency state day in and day out all day long? Well, imagine that you are driving your car day in and day out without ever putting more gas in. Of course, this would deplete the amount of gas you presently have in your car. So the question would then be how long you can continue driving without adding more gas. This is similar to how your body operates when drinking more than 1 cup or an unusual amount of caffeine. It runs down your immune system. Caffeine in your body. Bone loss, weakening of the muscles, blood clots, increased insulin levels, increased insulin amount of fat, mild hypertension, high blood pressure. Caffeine can increases the excretion of stress hormones, can increase levels of anxiety, can cause irritability, can cause muscular tension and pain, can cause indigestion, can cause insomnia, can decrease immunity, can cause gastrointestinal problems, can cause nutritional deficiencies. Caffeine inhibits the absorption of some nutrients and causes the urinary flow of calcium, magnesium, potassium, iron, and trace minerals, and all essential elements necessary for good health. Can cause male health problems. Men can significantly reduce their risk for urinary and prostate problems by making dietary changes that include eliminating coffee and caffeine. Can cause female health problems. Fibrocystic breast disease, PMS, osteoporosis, infertility problems, miscarriage, low birth weight infants, and menopausal problems such as hot flashes are all exacerbated by caffeine consumption. Women on birth control pills are particularly at risk since they have a decreased ability to detoxify caffeine, can cause dehydration of the body, and contribute to the aging of the skin and kidneys. You can get off of caffeine and its effects painlessly using a weaning process that gradually reduces your caffeine intake while you rebuild your natural energy level. The solution is herbal tea and coffee that is caffeine-free. Herbal coffee helps you rebuild your own natural energy supply by nutritionally supporting your body's energy production. No more false energy that leaves you with an energy crash a few hours later. Quitting coffee, the pain-free way. The good news is that you can wean yourself off of caffeine beginning with a 4 to 6 weeks period by mixing 3/4 cup of your normal coffee to 1/4 cup herbal coffee, and then gradually reducing the percentage of your coffee over a 2-3 week period until you are drinking 100% herbal coffee. You should be able to avoid the headaches and also gradually adjust your body tempo to less dependence on caffeine. Protect the gift of good health. As many coffee drinkers have discovered, you never know the many ways that coffee and caffeine could affect you. Your body is like a sophisticated laboratory that specializes in one thing, you. If you listen carefully, it will tell you exactly what it needs. But it is hard to hear its signals if it is stressed out by caffeine. You may be experiencing pains and discomforts you would never have imagined were caused by caffeine until you have stopped drinking it. Cigarette smoking and secondhand smoke. In many studies about cigarette smoking, secondhand smoke, and the damages they cause to our immune system, I found that the World Health Organization estimates that tobacco use caused 5.4 million deaths in 2004 and 100 million deaths over the course of the 20th century. Similarly, The United States Centers for Disease Control and Prevention describes tobacco use as the single most important preventable risk to human health in developed countries and an important cause of premature death worldwide. Smoking and breathing in secondhand smoke are very bad for your entire body temple. Cigarette smoke contains more than 4,000 chemical compounds, and of these, at least 4 are cancer-causing chemicals known as carcinogens. Secondhand smoke is just as toxic. Every year, because of contact with tobacco smoke, an estimated 3,000 non-smoking Americans die of lung cancer, and 300,000 children will be diagnosed with lower respiratory tract infections. Secondhand smoke may even cause an asthma attack or make one worse. Cigarette toxins. For many years, nicotine has long been known to be a deadly toxin. A tiny single drop of liquid nicotine delivered directly into the bloodstream can be deadly. Nicotine is not the only ingredient in tobacco products that may cause danger to your health. Of more than 4,000 chemical substances identified as part of cigarette smoke, at least 43 are known to cause cancer in humans. Over a period of time, smoking dramatically reduces flow of blood to the brain. This has also come with cigarette smoking. Heavy metals such as lead, mercury, and cadmiums all depress the immune system even at low levels. It is used in the cigarette tobacco. Cadmium refers to a soft, toxic, bluish-white metallic element which slows down the speed of the cell's supply of antibodies in the immune system. The Surgeon General of the United States worked with a team of leading experts on smoking and health that released a report in 2004. After reviewing scientific evidence, researchers reached these important conclusions. You can see the studies for yourself. www.cdc.gov/tobacco/SGR. Smoking can hurt almost every organ of your body temple. It may cause disease and impair your health. The list of diseases related to smoking now includes cancer, cervical, pancreatic, kidney and stomach, aneurysms, leukemia, cataracts, pneumonia, and gum disease. Potential dangers and complications. Study was done in 1938 by a Johns Hopkins University scientist suggested a strong negative correlation between smoking and lifespan. In 1950, 5 studies were published in which smoking was powerfully implicated in the causation of lung cancer. These included the now classic paper Smoking and Carcinoma of the Lung, which appeared in the British Medical Journal. This paper reported that heavy smokers were 50 times as likely as non-smokers to contract lung cancer. Smoking tobacco is related to approximately 1/3 of all cancer deaths. It is estimated that about 85% of lung cancer cases are smoking related. Cancer of the esophagus, throat, and mouth is mainly high in smokers who drink alcohol and or use mouthwash containing alcohol. Cancer of the pancreas, bladder, larynx, or colon rectal cancer has been connected to smoking as well. Smoking adds to the chance of catching colds and lengthens recovery time. Smoking tobacco causes the skin to wrinkle. Women cigarette smokers are likely to experience earlier menopause and face a possible greater risk of osteoporosis after menopause. They have a lot higher risk of getting cervical or uterine cancer. Secondhand smoke is damaging to anybody around the smoke. More and more non-smokers are becoming concerned about the effects of secondhand smoke on their own health, and rightly so. There is a growing body of proof that secondhand smoke may be even more risky than the smoke the smoker breathes. Smoking is now banned in many workplaces and public buildings, restaurants, bars, airplanes, and other gathering places, both indoors and outdoors. The sperm of men who smoke have less ability than that of non-smokers to enter and thus to fertilize an egg. Parents of children who smoke also face an increase in health problems. Children of male smokers have been shown to be at a higher than normal risk of developing brain cancer and leukemia. According to a study reported in the Archives of Internal Medicine, smoking increases the risk of developing leukemia by 30%. Estimated outcomes. What is secondhand smoke? Secondhand smoke is also known as environmental tobacco smoke, ETS, or passive smoke. It is a mixture of 2 forms of smoke that come from burning tobacco. Side stream smoke. smoke that takes place from the end of a lighted cigarette, pipe, or cigar. Mainstream smoke, smoke that is breathed out by a smoker. When non-smokers are exposed to secondhand smoke, it is called uncontrolled smoking or passive smoking. Non-smokers who breathe in secondhand smoke take in nicotine and other toxic chemicals just like smokers do. The more secondhand smoke you are exposed to, the higher the risk that damaging chemicals enter into your body temple. Is secondhand smoke a problem? Yes. What about the smell of smoke? There is no study in the medical literature about the smell of smoke causing cancer effects of cigarettes. Study does show that secondhand tobacco smoke can get into hair, clothing, and other surfaces. Though unknown, the cancer-causing effects would possibly be very small and related to direct exposure to secondhand smoke, such as living in a house with a smoker. Local, state, and federal authorities have passed public policies to protect people from secondhand smoke and protect children from tobacco-caused diseases and habits. Since there are no safe levels of secondhand smoke, it is important that any such policies be as strong as possible and that they do not prevent action at other levels of government. Detailed information on smoking restrictions in each state is available from the American Lung Association at http://slotty.lungusa.org. 45 things you should know about secondhand smoke. 1. Secondhand smoke is a key health problem. 2. Secondhand smoke is what smokers exhale out. 3. Secondhand smoke is also the smoke that comes from a burning cigarette, cigar, or pipe. 4. Secondhand smoke is at times called environmental tobacco smoke, ETS. 5. Smokers inhale about 15% of the smoke from a cigarette. The remaining goes into the air. 6. Secondhand smoke is bad for your body temple. 7. Secondhand smoke contains cancer-causing toxins. 8. Some toxins in secondhand smoke include formaldehyde, cyanide, arsenic, ammonia, and carbon monoxide. 9. Smoke from the burning end of a cigar has more chemical smoke inhaled by the smoker. 10. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency ranks secondhand smoke as one of the most unsafe chemicals known to cause cancer. 11. An estimated 3,000 non-smokers die from lung cancer caused by secondhand smoke. 12. Secondhand smoke is connected to about 35,000 heart attacks each year in non-smokers. 13. A non-smoker married to a smoker has a 30% greater risk of getting lung cancer than a non-smoker married to a non-smoker. 14. Secondhand smoke is particularly damaging to children. 15. When children breathe secondhand smoke, it is more possible to get colds, allergies, asthma, and ear infections. 16. Secondhand smoke produces over 300,000 cases of pneumonia and bronchitis in children every year. 17. Babies of parents who smoke are twice as likely to die from sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS. 18. Secondhand smoke can irritate your eyes, nose, and throat. 19. Secondhand smoke is linked to cancer of the nasal cavity, cervix, breast, and bladder. 20. Secondhand smoke makes clothes and hair smell bad. 21. Secondhand smoke ruins the taste and smell of food. 22. Everyone has a right to a smoke-free environment. 23. Having a smoke-free home means less time and money spent on cleaning products. 24. Having a smoke-free home smells better. 25. 80% of Americans feel smokers should not smoke around non-smokers. 26. Smoking is prohibited in many federal office buildings and on domestic air flights. 27. Smoking is prohibited in most movie theaters, schools, and grocery stores. 28. You can learn about local laws by calling your area health department. 29. If someone nearby you is smoking, you can politely ask him or her to put it out. 30. It is always good to protect your loved ones from secondhand smoke. 31. Ask all relatives and friends not to smoke in your home. 32. Make sure your child's school is smoke-free. 33. Smoke-filled rooms can have up to 6 times the smog of a crowded highway. 34. Lead smokers to a wide open area outside your home. 35. Offer gum or mints as an option to smoking. 36. Hang "Thank you for not smoking" signs in your home, office, and car. 37. It does make a difference if you smoke. You can protect those around you from secondhand smoke. 38. Smoke only in special areas where it is permitted. 39. Opening windows is still not enough. It can take about 3 hours for smoke to clear from a room. 40. Smokers should not smoke around children. 41. Smokers should not smoke in cars with passengers. 42. There are many benefits that smokers and non-smokers gain from a smoke-free environment. 43. The less tobacco smoke you breathe in, the better you are. 44. Your pets will be healthier. Dogs and cats get cancer too. 45. Secondhand smoke has an effect on everyone, whether they smoke or not. Working together, we can reduce everybody's risk from secondhand smoke. Top 11 steps to quitting smoking. Over 40 million Americans have done it, and so can you. 1. Put God first and believe that all things are possible. 2. Get ready. Getting your mind, body, and spirit prepared makes it easier to quit successfully. Know your reasons for quitting. Make sure that you include your health, your family's health, money, or just being tired of the hassle of smoking. Put in writing your reasons why you need to stop smoking. Each day, choose one reason and repeat it to yourself 10 times. Allow this to get aligned with the mind, body, and spirit. 3. Pick a quit day. Select a day and mark it on your calendar. Stay away from holidays or high-stress times at home or work. When you get closer to your stopping day, try reducing the amount you smoke. 4. Ask friends and family for support. Put together a strong support system at home and work. Check with your friends if they will be on call to talk to you when you have cravings. Find a group that will support your quitting process and give you skills to help you stop. 5. Consider nicotine replacement and other medications. Talk with your doctor or healthcare provider about nicotine replacements or any other medications that are right for you. Utilizing a nicotine patch or nicotine gums can double your chances of quitting successfully. A variety of antidepressant medications can also help with withdrawal symptoms. 6. Set yourself up for a fresh start. The day before quitting, throw out all of your cigarettes. Clean and put away ashtrays. Wash your clothes to get rid of the odor of smoke. Clean your car and house too. 7. Knowing how to get through the first day. Researchers show that if you can make it through the first day without a cigarette, you are 10 times more likely to quit for good. Get ready to not feel as good as you normally would. Some people may feel tired, hungry, tense, or edgy, or may even have a cough or sore throat. Stay focused on the reasons why you want to stop smoking. You will start to feel better soon, normally within a few days. Make sure to drink lots of water. This could help you deal with smoking desire. Keep away from drinking extra coffee, sodas, or other drinks with caffeine. They can make you feel even tenser. 8. Avoid triggers. Of course, you cannot readjust your whole life. Stay away from those situations that make you want to smoke the most for at least the first 3 weeks. This can make a big difference. If you are generally joining other smokers on coffee breaks, instead go for a short walk or read your Bible. Stay away from bars, parties, or other activities that create a desire to smoke. Please do not drink any alcohol. This makes it harder to say no to cigarettes. 9. Be prepared for temptation. No matter how committed you are, at times you may crave a cigarette. Ask God for power if the temptation should come. When cravings hit, take a walk, call a friend, do anything you can to keep from smoking. Cravings usually pass within a few minutes. If you need to put something in your mouth, try sugarless gum, flavored toothpicks, sunflower seeds, or carrots. Try doodling to occupy your hands. Have a pad and pencil handy when you are on the phone or watching TV. Alcohol and drug abuse and misuse. Alcohol is a colorless liquid produced by the breakdown of sugar or starch, which is the intoxicating agent in developed drinks. According to the United States Department of Veteran Affairs, drinking too much alcohol can weaken your immune system. Smoking marijuana, also known as weed, bud, and pot, or any other drug, also aggravates the lungs, which means that you may be more likely to get a serious lung infection, such as pneumonia. Other common recreational drugs, such as cocaine or crystal methamphetamine, also known as meth, speed, crank, and tina, can leave your body dehydrated and tired, as well lead to skin irritation. All of these things can make it easier for you to get a disease. Alcohol, when consumed in excess, is a toxin to every part of your body temple. It slows down the nervous system, decreases the bone marrow's ability to redevelop blood cells, is poisonous to the liver, reduces B vitamins, and is dehydrating. Your body temple uses many vitamins and minerals to eliminate alcohol from the body. A drug is an often illegal and sometimes addictive substance that causes changes in behavior and perception and is taken for the effects. The organ in your body temple that alcohol and other drugs affect the most is your liver. The liver rounds up waste from toxins that you put in your body temple. These chemicals include recreational drugs as well as prescription drugs. A weaker liver means less effective housekeeping and most likely a weaker you. Information by the National Institute of Drug Abuse reports that the cost of alcohol abuse is serious and sometimes fatal. Drinking too much can add to the risk for certain cancers, particularly those of the liver, throat and larynx, voice box. Serious drinking can also produce liver cirrhosis, immune system problems, brain damage, and harm to the fetus during pregnancy. In addition, drinking adds to the danger of death from automobile crashes as well as on-the-job injuries. Many people consume alcohol, and for many reasons. If you are concerned about your immune system, you should not drink any alcohol because it slows down your immune system defenses and has been linked to certain kinds of infections. Poisons, such as heavy metals and harmful substances like alcohol, also tend to affect the immune system in a harmful way. Individual behavior and family history seem to play a role in the health of a person's immune system. Normally, those with a weak constitution seem to need to take greater care to maintain a healthy, whole, and complete immune system. Drinking too much alcohol or taking illegal drugs can come with its own danger, like raising your blood pressure, triglycerides, and chance of stroke, causing depression, and adding unwanted calories to your diet. A short time ago, scientists discovered that fat may actually be considered to be a vital organ. Fat produces hormones that affect our moods, energy levels, and immunity. Regular use of drugs or alcohol has been shown to upset this function. Drug use disorder is one of the factors that causes cravings, as the body makes an effort to adjust the disorder by wanting what it lacks or a similar substance, such as the drugs that before caused the disorder. All alcoholic drinks are not created equal. Wine could provide more benefits because wine transforms into antioxidants and flavonoids, which appear to reduce the risk of heart disease. Like all reports, everything is questionable. At midlife, we always side with living your lifestyle in balance or moderation. There have been many studies that recommend that moderate drinking is good for your heart. Regularly drinking red wine may raise your good cholesterol, HDL, and reduce plaque accumulation in your arteries, as well as keep blood plaques from forming together to make blood clots. Chemicals, toxin, additives. Food additives, something added to a food in processing a natural or artificial substance that is added to food during processing to make it look or taste better or last longer. Here is a list of some of the worst food additives. Make sure you read the food labels to check that what you're buying does not contain these ingredients. BHT, butylated hydroxytoluene, is uses in the U.S. but restricted in England, is linked with liver and kidney harm, behavioral problems, infertility, damaged immune system, birth defects, and cancer. Artificial coloring could play a role to hyperactivity in children, could play a part to learning and visual disorders, nerve damage, and could cause cancer, carcinogenic. The FDA does not demand food additives, including dyes, to be checked to determine if they affect behavior. Many independent researchers, however, have shown food additives are to blame for behavioral problems as well as a variety of major health problems. Red dye number 3. This dye can be found in most packaged foods, whether bottled, canned, boxed, or frozen popsicles, ice cream, chips, kids' drinks and cereals, salad dressing, cherries, and strawberries. In addition, it's sprayed on red delicious apples and red potatoes to give them a more attractive color. You can find this dye in lotions, shampoos, hair conditioner, shaving cream, soap, and even medicine. It can generally be found in anything that is red, pink, purple, blue, burgundy, or orange. Red dye number 3 is even used in foods that are naturally red to improve the color. Red dye number 3 has been found to produce DNA damage, physical toxicity, play a part to breast cancer, and harm to the reproductive system of test animals. Blue number 1. This food color may also be found in packaged foods, butyrate hydroxytoluene, specifically in those that are colored or have the colors blue, purple, burgundy, or green in them or on them. This includes items such as popsicles, ice cream, chips, drinks, cereals, candy, salad dressings, cherries, strawberries, and red apples, and red potatoes. Like red dye number 3, blue dye number 1 can also be found in lotions, shampoos, hair conditioner, shaving cream, and soap. In some foods, blue dye number 1 may be used to boost the color that is already there. For example, blueberries, strawberries, and red delicious apples. When blue dye is neutralized in the body, the following sections and symptoms in the body seem to improve: T cells, macrophages, white blood cells, illnesses involving the spleen, lymph nodes, weak veins, polyps on the brain, polyps on the spleen, some tumors, chronically high triglyceride count, skin problems, weakened immunity, irregular cell growth all over the body. Yellow number 5. Food dye can be found in food products that are green, yellow, orange, or brown, such as pickles, chips, drinks, ice cream, etc. Medicines, hepatitis B vaccine, soap, lotion, and hair care products also contain this yellow dye. Yellow dye can lead to migraine headaches, slowdown of the immune system, cause abdominal pain, asthma, eczema, and cancer. Partially hydrogenated vegetable oils are found in many frozen foods like pizza, pot pies, cookies, baked goods, and even some cereal. When you order or cook deep-fried foods such as fish, chicken, French fries, donuts, vegetable hydrogenated shortenings are often used to fry them. Could be connected with heart disease, breast and colon cancer, atherosclerosis, elevated cholesterol, slow down immune system, and allergies. MSG, monosodium glutamate, is a salt of the amino acid. Glutamate acid, glutamate, it is called a flavor enhancer. Could be found in Chinese food, canned vegetables, soups, and processed meats. May cause headaches, itching, nausea, nervous system and reproductive disorders, high blood pressure, pregnant, lactating mothers' medication. Olestra. Olestra is no-fat cooking oil that replaces fat in preparing foods. Olestra is made by chemically combining sugar with the fatty acids obtained from vegetable oils. These are some of the foods made with olestra fat: tortilla chips, potato chips, and frosting. You could develop gastrointestinal irritation. Potassium bromate, and used as an additive to increase volume in white flour, breads, and rolls. Most bromate rapidly breaks down to an innocuous, harmless form, but it is known to cause cancer in animals, and even small amounts in bread can create a risk for humans. Could affect nervous system, kidney disorders, and gastrointestinal upset. Can be carcinogenic, cancer-causing substance. Saccharin, or sweeten low. Diet drinks has saccharin. This could be a dangerous toxin. If the list of ingredients on a package label is long, there are probably a lot of chemical additives in the product, and you could be risking your health by eating it. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, National Cancer Institute epidemiology study. In this study, heavy use of artificial sweeteners was linked with a significantly increased risk of getting bladder cancer. Foods saccharin is found in soda and sucrose splenda. An experiment shows it can produce up to 40% shrinkage of the thymus gland, an organ located at the base of the neck, which is involved in development of cells of the immune system, particularly T cells. It also produces swelling of the kidneys and liver and calcification. Foods that splenda or sucralose is found in: snack, dips, appetizers, soda, salsa, and spreads. Sulfites could cause asthma, anaphylactic shock, dangerous for asthma, allergy sufferers, has caused deaths. Sulfites are used mainly as antioxidants to prevent or reduce bruising of light-colored fruits and vegetables, such as dried apples and potatoes, and to stop the growth of microorganisms in fermented foods such as wine. How to eliminate toxins, additives, and chemicals from your diet. You can get rid of many of these toxins, additives, and chemicals from your lifestyle by modifying how you have chosen to handle your meals. Find the time to start cooking foods from scratch. Have raw fruits and veggies on hand instead of processed snack foods. Don't buy convenience side dish mixes. For example, if you want a delicious rice dish, cook rice, preferably brown rice, in some broth and flavor it with healthy seasonings. What's wrong with the toxins, additives, and chemicals? Excessively high doses of sugar, salt, and trans fat, which are low-cost fillers in convenience foods, cause cravings because they upset the brain's natural chemical balance. The more processed foods you eat, the more you crave them, and the nasty cycle continues. You will eat when you are not really hungry because the chemicals unbalance that in in the body temple. Unless you're eating organic foods, processed and prepackaged foods may still expose you to hazardous chemicals in these foods that you most likely regard as to be the healthiest. How to eliminate toxins, additives, and chemicals from your lifestyle. A lot of foods have the ability to offset the damaging effects of toxic substances. So one of the most excellent defenses for continued good health in our toxin-filled additives and chemicals society is by adding a good lifestyle and eating good foods. A variety of easy tips for reducing exposures to chemicals and toxins are: find the time to start cooking foods from scratch. Have raw fruits and veggies instead of processed snack foods. Don't buy convenience side dish mixes. If you want a delicious rice dish, cook rice, preferably brown rice, in some broth and flavor it with seasonings. Stay away from processed foods and chemical additives and cut out junk food. Choose preservative-free over no added preservatives for whenever you decide to eat a snack. Consume whole foods and choose organic fruits and vegetables. Consume seafood known to be low in polychlorinated biphenyls, PCB, and mercury contamination, including wild Alaska salmon and canned salmon. Do not microwave food in plastic containers. Use glass or ceramic containers. Never stand in front of or near the microwave while it is on. The unit could be leaking and it's not worth the added danger. One thing that you can do: skip the microwave totally. It wouldn't hurt. Filter your home drinking water from harmful chemicals. Cosmetic and personal health care products can include unsafe chemicals, so use only natural products and use a limited amount of these. Don't use hair dyes that may contain lead acetate and hormone disruptors, APE, alkyl phenol ethosylate. Don't use artificial fragrances and perfumes. Choose genuine essential plant oils. Do not use stain repellents like Scotchgard on clothing, bedding, or furniture. If it's time for a new bed or sofa, get one not uses polyurethane foam. Stay away from fumes from dry cleaners and air out your clothes before bringing them in the house. Keep away from fumes from paints and finishes. Stay away from fumes from glues, construction, and new furniture. Stay away from inhaling gasoline fumes. Sit inside the car with the door closed. Organic packaged and processed foods have little or no added synthetic colors or preservatives. And of course, organic fruits and vegetables are always your best choice. For example, sulfur is used to keep dried fruit fresh, formaldehyde is added to disinfect frozen vegetables, and potatoes are coated with maleic hydroxide to inhibit their natural sprouting tendencies. Make sure you can check the ingredients list of the foods you eat to determine if you are in fact choosing a form of junk food. For the most part, if one of the first two ingredients is either oil or a form of sugar, then it is more likely to be a junk food product than a food item containing less oil or sugar. Words to tip you off to a food being junk food are high fructose, partially hydrogenated, corn syrup, and hydrogenated. It's almost not possible to eat totally toxin-free, so just do the best you can. It is not realistic to expect to completely get rid of all chemicals from the foods we eat, not unless you live apart from normal society and raise all your own food. What we can do is make sure that we consume the smallest amounts we can and minimize them whenever possible. The only time we can always guarantee a healthy choice is when we prepare the foods we eat in our own homes. Most restaurant food is on average filled with artificial processed ingredients. Create the meals you prepare at home, the one place you know you're doing what is good for your family. Reading ingredient labels. Label reading is something that you should do while shopping. You should try to choose products that are labeled preservative-free and also choose foods that are 100% whole wheat. Check convenience or prepackaged products that claim no added preservatives. Even with this label, they may contain ingredients that were already preserved prior to their addition in the final product. For example, just about all lard, pig fat, used in baked goods is treated with BHA, butyrate hydroxyanisole. Understanding how to read labels. Making the right decision. Nutrition labels help you make the right decision. Choices that will help decide our health and happiness. If you do not know how to read the labels, you are most likely to make an unhealthy choice into your daily eating habits. Make healthy choices. There are two parts to the food labels: the nutritional facts and the ingredients. By selecting good foods, you should use both the nutritional facts plus the ingredients to make the best choice. Nutrition facts: serving size, limit minus, get plenty of plus. This part of the label informs us on the amount of calories, protein, carbohydrates, sugars, fibers, fats, and saturated fats that the product contains. Grams are what most of the nutrients are measured in. Smaller ones are calculated in milligrams. 1,000 milligrams equals 1 gram. The following is an example of the nutritional facts label. 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrate equals 4 calories. 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. 1 gram of alcohol equals 7 calories. The above label has 250 calories. The amount of protein calories is 20 because 4 times 5 equals 20. The amount of carbohydrate calories is 124 because 4 times 31 is 124. The amount of fat calories is 108 because 9 times 12 equals 108. If you wanted to figure out the percentage of calories each one had, you would just divide the calories that it had by the total number of calories. For example, there are 20 calories of protein, so that would be 20 divided by the total number of calories, which is 250. This gives you 8%. The carbohydrates would be 124 divided by 250, which is 49%. The fat would be 108 divided by 250, which is 43%. So this serving would consist of 8% protein calories, 49% carbohydrate calories, and 43% fat calories. Require some lifestyle adjustments. You'll probably have to shop more often because all natural foods will spoil sooner. Most foods are meant to last months and months. Many people mistakenly consider it totally normal to keep their pantry shelves and freezers full of a large variety of ready-to-eat foods choices. This is something that we as a people always have done. I was a person who believed this was a way of life. We did not know anything different to do. Fresh food is abundant in America. Do you really need to make a healthy mini grocery store in your kitchen for the purpose of convenience? Yes.